Well, hello there. Alina Pruitt here. You know, often I get asked what I do, and the quick and dirty answer is I'm a teacher. I love teaching. I've been a teacher since 2000. I started teaching elementary school on the east side of Austin at a school called Metz Elementary, which has unfortunately been shut down since. I fell in love with a community of kids and students there, parents, beautiful community, and during my student teaching, and then just stayed there. And in fact, I felt called truly by God to loop up, and so I looped up with them to middle school. I got recertified and followed them to a school called Martin Middle School, taught them there, and then followed them again to high school. I taught at Eastside Memorial High School, so I had the honor and privilege of teaching basically the same group of kids throughout their schooling, and so the relationships were deep and meaningful, and I learned so much. Of course, young teachers always ask me, do you recommend that? I'm like, it's not for everyone, pray about it, but it was such a blessing for me. After finishing, or after teaching for 10 years, I had some pretty intense questions about curriculum, about instruction, about how we teach reading and writing, the literature that we choose, the authors that we spotlight. And so I applied to grad school and was fortunate enough to get into UT. The College of Ed there was so gracious to accept me, and so I worked on eventually my PhD there. It took me 9 years, I think, but in that 9-year process, lost my mom, got married, had our first kiddo Dominic, then our second kiddo Ephraim. But throughout that journey, throughout that PhD journey, I taught at UT. I was blessed enough to have that opportunity. So I taught young teachers, pre-service teachers, master's level teachers at UT's College of Ed, which was amazing. And I simultaneously was certified by the National Writing Project as a teaching consultant, which is actually work that I still do, where I advise and work alongside principals and districts to focus on integrating writing curriculum and writing instruction across K through 12 instruction. And so, yeah, technically my PhD's in curriculum instruction. My focus is language and literacy studies. And so I wrote a dissertation about a particular type of curriculum, literacy curriculum called anti-racist curriculum, which is sort of hot right now. But I resigned from UT. So I graduated from UT with my PhD in 2018. And then taught up until this summer, 2020, and recently resigned. Really was feeling called by God to focus on my family, teach and learn alongside my own kids. And I'm so honored to say that I'm still praying for vocational discernment at this point, but in the meantime, I can say I'm a teacher. I'm still a teacher. I love teaching. I love teaching little ones. I love teaching teachers. And it's truly a calling. It's truly a calling and a blessing. And because I learned English later in life, so English is my fourth language. As I mentioned in my earlier video, I was born in Romania, raised in Israel. So I came to the US with this repertoire of Hungarian, Romanian, Hebrew, and I have visceral recollections of the difficulties and the challenges of learning English, right? And I believe that that is one of the reasons that God put me into these positions of power, really, as most teachers are, to really pay attention to all the linguistic flexibilities and nuances that kids are coming with, right? And so because I struggled so much in the process of learning English myself, I feel like I was better equipped, right, to work with others in that process and in that struggle. So a little about me. I would always love to talk more about that, and so looking forward to learning about what you do. So hopefully in the meantime, God just warms your heart and continues to bless you abundantly. Talk to you soon.